So we've talked about the first two parts of the book Detour. First one being the road ends, second one being the detour. Now I want to talk about the road begins again. So when the road ends, you travel on this path that takes you on this journey. But eventually, you find what I like to call your new normal. It isn't always smooth re-entering back into life as you knew it because you're changed even though it has remained, in a lot of cases, the same. And just like any detour, the pavement on the detour is at a different level than the pavement on the road. A great illustration that I love to tell and it really resonates with me is the story of Frodo when he came back to the Shire after his adventure. If you know the story of Lord of the Rings, Frodo was called out onto this adventure. He was called to leave the road he was on. His road ended. And he was to take this ring and have it destroyed in the fires of Mordor. And his detour was long and lots of adversity. He needed his fellowship to go with him. And it's a great story of a heroic journey that he took. But then eventually he came back to the Shire. And the story goes that he came back to the Shire and he was looking around and he noticed that everything had stayed the same. But he was so very different. And that's what the detour can often be like. Things have permanently been altered in your life because of the loss, because of the storm that you've encountered, the adversity. So you are different. So in order for you to come back and re-enter, it's not about bouncing back to the way things were, because that's usually impossible. It's about growing forward and adjusting to where things are and how you have changed and fitting in somehow with your old life and creating a new life. In part 3, we'll talk about having the right mindset, dealing with resistance and how to get over that, dealing with brokenness, and finding a way to make an impact with your life in light of your new circumstances, in light of that new normal. Things don't need to be the same in order for you to have a purpose-filled, hope-charged, impactful life. In part 3, you'll be shown how to re-enter back onto the road and to help your new normal become integrated into the life that you knew. Thanks so much.